Hello, and thank you very much for stopping by to watch this video. Now, over this video and a couple of videos that I'm going to be doing over the next couple of days, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on things that I believe you need to do to be able to stand out in the workplace. And we've all established it clearly that standing out in the workplace is not the end game. The end game really is you want to stand out in the workplace because you want to use that to accelerate your career growth, increase your visibility within your company and probably within your industry also, and be recognized for the value that you bring in form of the promotions and the increase in revenue that you're able to experience. Now, if you're finding me for the first time, quick introduction. My name is Tola Akinshidere, and I've had the blessing of working across multiple countries. I've worked in Spanish speaking, English speaking, and French speaking countries. And currently, I'm a C-suite executive in a multi-country operation company. In addition to that, I am also the founder of the Workplace Multipliers Business School, where we help career professionals win at work and in life. On to today's conversation. As I said, today's conversation just follows along the lines of what I'm trying to help you to do to basically stand out in the workplace, which really the end game of that is to help you accelerate your career growth, increase your visibility, and be recognized for the value that you bring in form of the promotions and increase in revenue that you're able to get. Now, on to today's conversation. Yeah. So we've already established something in the previous video that I shared, and that is that there are three core things that you need to master if you want to stand out in the workplace. Number one, you need to have a radical focus on the right results. Number two, you need to be committed to service excellence. And number three, you need to master the skill of people leadership. Now, today, I'm going to do a little bit of dive into what it means to be delivering the right results. Now, within the context of an organization, all the results that you deliver must be filtered within the lens of four core results. And I'm going to run through the four core results. Number one, it is either you need to be focused on one, either growing revenue. Number two, reducing cost. Number three, getting out or keeping your company out of trouble. And then number three, helping your organization. I'm sorry, number four, helping your organization to live better. Let me repeat them again. Number one, you've either focused on growing revenue for the organization. Number two, you're focused on reducing costs for the organization. Number three, you're focused on getting your organization out of trouble, keeping them out of trouble. And then number four, finally, you're focused on helping your organization live better. And it's very, very much important that you understand because it's not impossible that you could start in terms of your focus, the role that you're doing, focused on targets and objectives that are focused on a particular area. And based on the life cycle of an organization, the organization may actually require you to focus on another area, whereas you are focused on another. So let me just go into the example that I gave you for myself during the last video, where I talked about the season of life whereby I was being skipped for promotions a couple of times. Now, as it would turn out, the focus of most of the objectives that was being set for me by my supervisor at that time was focused on targets that were driven by the overall emphasis on reducing cost. But guess what? Because of the life cycle of the organization, what the organization really, really wants in terms of what the leadership had at the back of their mind that they really, really wanted was for me to focus on targets that help the organization to live better. Now, the thing here is this. You could have said, I mean, if you look at it, you say that, look, it's not really my fault. I mean, I was basically following the objectives and goals which my supervisor set. And if my supervisor set objectives which were focused on reduced cost, why should I be blamed if the organization really wanted to focus on objectives that focused on live better? Now, that's a cop-out excuse because one thing I want you to take here is this. You are responsible for your career. I repeat, you are responsible for your career. Yes, you have a supervisor, but your supervisor is not responsible for your career growth. You are responsible for your career growth. And so you have the responsibility to be able to align whatever targets you want to be meeting, whatever targets you want to be pursuing. You have a responsibility to align it with the targets and goals of the organization based on the season that the organization is. Organizations work by virtue of, I mean, they live in transitions, they live in seasons. And what may have been relevant in a particular season may not be relevant in another season. And that's one of the reasons you notice that even in certain startup organizations, the employees that were very, very instrumental during the startup phase of an organization, helping the organization to grow. You find out that as the organization gets into the established phase where they're actually becoming an institution, some of those employees end up having to leave the organization because they are not able to transition in terms of the focus direction of the organization. They're not able to transition into that particular next phase of the organization. And this is one of the things you need. This is something you need to master. You need to master one, being able to have clarity in terms of the actual objectives you need to be pursuing, and at the same time to be able to align the objectives you are pursuing with the life cycle which the organization is, and then so that you have alignment between what you are trying to focus on and what your organization really needs per season. Just by way of update, I'm putting together a workshop on October 12th from 10 a.m. Eastern Time and 3 p.m. West African Time, during which I'm going to do a full deep dive in terms of what all these things are. And it's a 3 hour workshop. And the reason why it's a 3 hour workshop is that I really want to move you into implementation. By the time we're done with this workshop on Saturday, that's October 12th, Saturday, Monday, you should be showing up and going straight into implementation. Over the next couple of weeks, we should be able to see that result, the change in results in terms, and even in terms of perception by the people that work around you. And so what I'm going to do is this, I'm going to leave on the comment section, I'm going to leave a bit more information about the training. And I really, really would like you to sign up for that opportunity. I guarantee you this training is something that can add value to your work life. That I can guarantee you on that. So I look forward to being able to see you on the inside. Thank you very much for watching this video, and wish you a great day.